All set for kickoff here at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the LA Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're underway from the bank. Darius Davis to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And that's the way to start this game. Give them 8 on that first offensive snap.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Back to Hampton. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on first. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the air this time, Herbert. And this one's incomplete, too low as it skips off the ground. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And that one's incomplete for now. He brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. 3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives him the 1st. They'll run here following the penalty. He's got to gain a 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They motion the tight end over. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So 2nd down and a tougher 8 to go now following that delay of game. Running it after the penalty. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 1.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Jackson keeping it himself. Escapes a defender. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. This play goes for 36. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Flowers will go in motion left. Changing it up here, Jackson. That's incomplete on 2nd down. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers, who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he's going to be across midfield with a gain of 5 on that play.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Draw play here, Hampton. And finds space for a few yards that time. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Again, it's Hampton. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers go up 6-0 here in the first.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. The draw now. This is Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
And better luck next time for you. I feel for those running backs because that blitz was drawn up to hit him right in the mouth.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Hampton gets it from the pistol. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock. You already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Allen sent in motion right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. All set to go now from the 35. Now Jackson off the play action. This one's to Andrews outright. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the pistol, Henry. It's inside the 10. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And it's going to be interesting to see, Brock, if they're a little rattled. Seeing that interception end up costing them the lead. Things all tied up now.
Okay, maybe a little rattled, but these are pros. And part of that is understanding. Those guys on the other side, they're capable of making plays too. The key now is to go atone for it and get that lead back. 1st and 10, Herbert.
This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Herbert steps up, and he's running with it. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Ravens going with a dime package now. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Gets this one to Gadsden. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Hampton gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Shotgun give to Hampton. And another small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by Teddy Buchanan.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd and just 2 to go. Running it with Hampton. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, Los Angeles.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Herbert gonna tuck and run. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is gonna be 2nd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Baltimore running its offense out now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. On 1st down, Jackson. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
2nd down now, they need 7. They go play fake with Jackson. And he puts him here under this one, right side. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Third and long, they're going to throw. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Flying down the middle with Henry. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Running once more with Henry. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Chargers are going to opt for a 5th DB, 3rd down. Throw here, third down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. This is Hampton, right side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Ravens crowding their passing lanes. They go into the dime for 3rd down. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Henry on the option. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the gun, Jackson. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, with 2 misses on his ledger already, maybe a surprise. They let him try one from this distance, but what a way to respond. What a way to move past those misses. Hits an absolute bomb for his first field goal of the game.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Hampton now up the middle. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Hits him on the out route. And he crosses his sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Herbert now, blitz coming. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
J.K. Scott on the punt. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Play action now with Jackson. Lasers this one deep. Big gain downfield. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
First down, here's Lamar. He'll try to run this. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lamar's going to keep this one. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Jackson now on 3rd. He's making a bid for it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Chargers will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 38-yard line.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Now Herbert to throw. Short pass brought in. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Here's Herbert. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second and 3 now. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first. So fresh set of downs after the penalty. Throwing on first is Herbert. Going to the left side, and Johnston has it. And they make this stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
The final throw before the break. Throwing this for the end zone. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
First down throw for Jackson. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
A loss of 6 yards.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. They'll run it here with Hampton. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They go play action. Here's Herbert. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lad McConkey. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Couldn't get it to Aronde Gadsden the second. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards a Charger who's still on the field and in some pain. Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. To the air on 3rd and long. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it deep downfield. Space on the right. He's got room. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making a 9-point advantage. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Here's Hampton, open the drive. Breaks a tackle, he's still going. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by the only safety picked in the 1st round this year, and that's Malachi Starks.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Herbert gonna tuck and run. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Herbert from the gun. Brought in by Gadsden. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Slot man in motion left. 1st and 10, Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. They'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. To throw, Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there, and it's 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
It's Herbert once more. Making the call himself. He'll have the 1st down and even more. And he's finally caught after a big 3rd down gain, but it was one of his teammates caught by an official. We've got a flag down. Now Herbert again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. Oh, like air out of a balloon. You saw all the excitement disappear when they saw the flag in the backfield. That penalty nullifies the INT.
Well, don't hit the quarterback then, Kate. Certainly don't rough him. Crying out loud.
Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. Herbert now. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
At the 25-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's third down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Dicker connects there. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start this series with an option left. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Hampton. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the play fake, it's Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. On the move, past the 40. And he takes it down to the 33. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First down now, ball at the 33. Again, it's Hampton. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They send him left out of the slot. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
18-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Herbert gonna tuck and run. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
You know, games that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Herbert. Dump off caught by his back. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd.
Touchdown, Chargers.
So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers make it 17-all.
17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Baltimore running its offense out now. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Finding Flowers. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Jackson keeping it himself. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there, and then catch it behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They send a receiver in motion right. Jackson now on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Looking to return from the 29. Jukes away from one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Side into the hands of Allen. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team on the field. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. And the catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Oh, wait a second, but there's a penalty on the play. So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's a tie ball game through 3. We're going to see which side separates in the 4th. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. One of the tight ends in motion left. They'll go to the option on 2nd down. He dodged the tackle. Get some space around midfield. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
1st and 10. Oh, he lost the football! And it's scooped up by the Chargers. He cuts to the right, open lane there. And he's going to take it back for the LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with the fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing my old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say whoever plays the hardest the longest wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder, you got to play longer than your opponent, and when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
17.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Ali to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Drive starts with an option, right side. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know, as a quarterback, when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. He got away with one there.
Now Jackson off the play action. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing now, Herbert. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. That one gonna go against the D. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Now at midfield after that loss. Here's 2nd and long. Now Herbert to throw. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Short pass brought in. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7. 3rd down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Out of the gun, Henry. Boy finds a couple of yards of space. It's 2nd down.
Henry on the carry. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. He's got it at the 24. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun deal to Hampton. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
5 yards on the play.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. It's complete to Johnston, outright. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Herbert from the gun. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
They'll bring out the punter here. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And the fair catch made here at the 15. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another run for Henry. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Running once more with Henry. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Third down, 1 yard to go. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Kid, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
First down, here's Lamar. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw it. He put some juice on it. He's got it inside the 10. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
1st and goal, they go option. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. A gain of 5 gets him some yards back, but still some ground to cover. 2nd and goal coming up.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Looking to throw. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens cut it to a point late in this one. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
To throw. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Setting up to pass. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chargers.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 3 now. Allen sent in motion right. Herbert quick out wide, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
First and goal, Chargers.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. They'll run with Hampton. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. Escapes a defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Back to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Just over 40 seconds to play as they line up. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Hits him on the out route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Third and just 2 to go. Now to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
On first down, Jackson. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Lamar throwing again. Need this to force overtime. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Baltimore.